We live in an era of controlled thoughts. Listen to a podcast with Jaylen Brown, Celtics basketball player. I just like the way he thinks and just the way he carries himself. But I want to expand on that. We live in an era of controlled news cycle thoughts. Being in South Africa the past like 3 weeks now, it's just interesting to see like what people's perception about America is, and to get political, what Trump is, and like how that's just the focus right now because it's the main topic of news. But in another month from now, there's gonna just be another news cycle of another hot topic, and it's just interesting to see how fast people just gravitate towards these trends and topics, and it's controlled. I think it's personally just controlled, and there's just people pushing the narrative because it's not like these news articles are posting, the main ones are posting all these different topics. They're posting the same type of groupthink mentality of this is right or this is wrong, and you need to think a certain way. Where there's people behind closed doors, they're thinking in a different way, but they're not actually saying what they feel now in these days because you don't want to feel like you're going against the grain. So that's why, like, a lot of the time, I just keep quiet and just have my own thoughts of what I feel. And whereas in the past, I would like try to challenge this person's thinking and be like, do you actually believe that? Have you actually done the research to fully get into that opinion that you're fully forming and fully believing in? And a lot of the times people like they didn't do the research. And I knew even before asking that question, most of the times that I had a gut feeling that they probably didn't even do the research. But it's like I don't feel the need to challenge those people anymore and just get them to think out of their ways. I want to do that with this platform and do it in my own way. Like I think it's good to have conversations with the right people. Like I'll have a conversation with everyone, but sometimes people aren't critically thinking, and they're going into a conversation or argument with their mind made up of I believe this because I believe in this person. So because that this person who I believe in said this about another person, I'm just gonna believe it because I just believe in this person. And it's interesting. I think we as humans we do that all the time just with a lot of different things. I do that. I'm a victim of doing that as well. But I just try to think beyond that, and I'm like, do I even know this person? Like, can I get to know this person? Just because like I don't want to form my opinion on anyone without just sitting down and having a conversation with everyone. Because I personally believe if you sat down and had a deep conversation with 95% of the people in the world, you would come out of that conversation. If you came out in the conversation with a neutral standpoint, you'd come out that conversation with a different take on that person who you just formed opinions on based on social media or based on what someone else said. If it's a one-on-one conversation, no cameras on, no recording, you can get deep with a lot of different people if you have an open mind. And yeah, we just tend to like believe in these dualities. It's either good or bad, but there's just so much nuance to everything in life. Everything is nuance. And I think some things aren't, but a lot of things are nuanced. I said everything is nuanced, but I think a lot of things are nuanced. So I just challenge you to go about your day in the weeks to come and be like, there'll be a thought that comes into your head and it's like, think about this, are your thoughts or are they controlled by the status quo of media the people around you? Are you in a bubble? Are you putting yourself in the small bubble? Get out of that bubble. Think differently. Watch a news article that you completely disagree with, but then try to understand that perspective. Try to think of why they believe that. And I think you will have a different appreciation towards a lot of different people in life. But it takes a lot of emotional intelligence and thinking outside of yourself and just doing a little more thinking and not being a little mindless robot. Thanks, guys, if you listened this far. Yeah, I'm enjoying doing these, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Daily Nuggets. Peace.